Welcome back, my YouTube friends. Welcome back to Exotic Car Play Place. Today we're sitting in front of my 335i and a continuation of the project, but today we're going to talk about how do you make your car sound better. Everybody knows a lot of the BMWs come factory with really quiet exhausts. While in the turbo cars, you can upgrade the exhaust and still not have too much of a drone. You can really make these cars pop. As a matter of fact, this car, especially on cold start, sounds an awful lot like the brand new M3 or M4. Beautiful sound, and I'm going to show you how I did that. But I'm also going to show you how you can do it on the cheap. You can improve the sound of your N54 engine in a very inexpensive way. I'm going to show you that little tip. I'm going to also explain to you what I have done to this car and what I plan to do in the future. Do you have any performance gains to be made by doing the performance that I'm talking about upgrading here? Or are you going to lose some performance? So we're going to talk about all that right now. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Mark with Exotic Car Play Place. So before you start upgrading your exhaust system though, guys, I have to warn you, there is a caveat. There's a couple of people you might annoy. Number one is your neighbor. They might get mad about you and your loud exhaust, as well as the police might start getting mad about that too. And know that there's some recent upgraded rules in California that dictate your exhaust system has to be a certain volume. So those old hardcore exhaust systems are going to have a problem in California. But let's get rolling here. This car here, I actually have the Muffler Bypass. Now the Muffler Bypass really replaces your muffler setup with a set of extended pipes, and then you basically just have to find another set of ends. Now I've got a set of MagnaFlow just for a nice tip. It fills this area very nicely, but I'm going to show you underneath what was actually done. The pipes that were replaced, there's no longer a muffler there. So you'll notice there's a set of pipes that come out, and then they come out here to a tip. Another one that's replaced, and it comes out here. There's no longer a muffler here in the middle. So now it's all replaced. With these set of pipes, they've done away with the center unit. Now some people complain that there's too much drone. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to do a startup on this, a cold startup, and I'm going to run the car a little bit. I'm going to take you for a drive so you can hear what the car sounds like on the inside. And then I'm also going to do a restart on a warm start. And you'll find that the sound is very agreeable. Actually, if anything, it brings the sounds out and makes it sound a little more aggressive. And I actually like it a lot. It sounds a lot like the modern M4. Okay, so first we'll just drive with it with the window closed, and I'll show you how that sounds. So you can hear it, but it's not really drony. It's actually quite reasonable sound, actually. You can hear it, but so that's with the window up. Now we'll try it with the window down. I'm not going to go super hard, but we'll show you an example. So not bad, as you can see, with the window down. So if that sound isn't quite enough for you guys, obviously that was just the muffler delete. Now you know the muffler delete is not really a power adder, it's more just for the sound. It's an easy way to extract a little more sound. But I'm going to be doing the catless downpipes, and the catless downpipes are definitely going to make the car louder. And on top of it, it will give power too. So the catless downpipes are going to be part of the upgrade. And stick with the program here, guys, because you're going to hear what that sounds like as well. I just wanted to share with the sound improvements that you guys can expect just by removing the muffler, or even by pulling the vacuum line off of the exhaust valve solenoid. Okay everybody, so there's another little trick. So the proper way to do it, of course, is removing that muffler and replacing the muffler with a set of these pipes that come tie all the way back. and then you finish it off nicely with a set of aftermarket tips like I've got here. Now I've got another little trick here, guys. If you don't want to go all in and you don't want to remove the muffler assembly, maybe you just want a little bit more noise, there's another cheap and dirty way to do it. It's called the old Golf T method. Now on the driver's side, which is where I'm at right now, there is actually a valve. And so this valve, you'll notice right here, it's built into here. So this valve essentially kind of opens and closes depending on vacuum of the engine and whatnot. So it'll increase and decrease volume of the engine. Now, a cheap and dirty way to get a little bit more volume out of your exhaust system permanently is the old Golf T method. And this valve that's located up here, there's a nipple on the bottom of it. It's a thin little, probably a 1/16 of an inch nipple or an 1/8 of an inch nipple. And there's a vacuum line that plugs onto that on the driver's side here. Well, what you do is you pull that vacuum line off, you stuff a Golf T into the end of the line, tie wrap it tight and tuck it away so it's nice and neat and doesn't fall down. Then by doing that, this valve stays permanently open. And by staying permanently open, what that does is guarantee you a little bit more throaty sound. It gives you a wee bit more exhaust tone, which is kind of what a lot of people like out of these cars, especially being a turbo. A lot of these turbo cars are already muffled quite a bit because of the catalytic converters, but more importantly, the turbochargers themselves mute the exhaust sound quite a bit. So by removing one more point, which is the muffler, or doing this valve, permanent valve open, you're getting improved sound, exhaust sound. Now, the other thing you guys have to know, if you're trying to remove your muffler on a normally aspirated 3 Series BMW, like a 330 or 328 with the inline 6, know that it will be significantly louder. As a matter of fact, a lot louder than the turbo version with the 335 that I'm driving here, primarily because the turbos do muffle the whole sound a lot. But a normally aspirated car, you remove all that exhaust equipment, you have nothing but engine straight out, so it's going to be very, very loud. So I would caution you, do your research on the normally aspirated cars before you start modifying the exhaust. I'm going to ask you guys for a nickname. I want to give this car a pet name. I've got some theories for myself. I've got some theories of my own. I might add a name to it as well. But if you guys drop down in the comments below, drop a name that you would like to see deckled on this car going forward. This car will be labeled and named whatever it is you guys come up with, and I'll give you full kudos for that. So, and as always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you know when the next great tuner BMW video is out. Hope to see you guys soon. Catch you then. Bye-bye.